Studio A with the Barefoot Movement. Welcome to our little studio here.
All right. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, they've got a show tonight over at Natalie's, and we'll have some tickets to give away after each song that they do for us this afternoon. They formed in North Carolina in 2006. We'll hear how that got started, what's the latest. I know they have the album, the latest release, I believe, is Let It Out. We'll see what's cooking as well since this album. What's the first one you're going to start us off with?
We're going to start with a song from Let It Out. It's called So Far Down, and my mom and I wrote this one together. It's about never giving up.
1, 2, 3.
Standing by the mountain I must climb, I'd rather go around it than spend the time. But there's no other way to get where I must go. I'm moving on up a never-ending slope. I'm so far down, I'm past the bottom. I'm so far gone, I'm near the edge. I'm so far out of touch that I'm invisible. And so far I've not given in. Standing in the wind, the rushes by. Feels like a tornado in my mind. Sometimes I like to let it carry me away. I'm holding on for at least one more day. So far down, I'm past the bottom. I'm so far gone, I'm near the end. I'm so far out of touch that I'm invisible. And so far I've not given in. Standing in the waters all alone, I can either sink or I can float. As they rise around me, I feel movement in my limbs, more afraid of the drowning than the swim. I'm so far down, I'm past the bottom. I'm so far gone, I'm near the end. I'm so far out of touch that I'm invisible. And so far I've not given in. But so far I've not given in.
Nice. It is the Barefoot Movement live from Studio A. And the show's tonight over at Natalie's. Doors are at 7:30. Show is at 8:30. Details at nataliesgrandview.com. We're also live on Facebook and YouTube. If you can't watch it now, you can check it out later on our website at wcbe.org. And caller number 3 right now for our first giveaway at 614-821-9223. And So Far Down, it's off the latest album, Let It Out. And Noah, that was written with your mom?
Yeah, she is a kind of a closet songwriter. She wrote a lot of songs I remember singing growing up, and so this was the first time she wrote the chorus and then gave me the rest, and I put it together.
Very nice. So, any other co-writes on here with her or anybody else?
Not with her. Tommy and I, who's our mandolin player and my husband and also our co-founder, We wrote a couple together. There's a pretty cool song that our guitarist here also co-wrote called "Get Behind Me," and mostly, yeah, it was. I think I can't think of anyone else that was. Maybe I'm missing somebody, but for the most part, they were written by me and Tommy and me and Tommy and Ben.
Effort. Yeah.
And Mom.
Yeah. And Mom. Yeah.
Well, take us back to high school when this all kind of got started. When the two of you met, was it a big school? Because you said
No.
a lot of people
Nah.
know. Okay, so how did you meet then?
I think our graduating class was 100, or
100 something.
100, yeah, low hundreds. The very first show we actually played together, she didn't know it, but it was in jazz band. I was playing drums, and she came up and sang a song at a concert. She sang "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." So that was our technically first show, and that was when I kind of discovered who she was. And weirdly, we never had any classes together until senior year.
With that small of a class?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, she was in all the smart classes. And I wasn't. But the story goes, I was playing in a rock band at the time, and we needed a singer. So I went up to her at her locker and asked her if she wanted to play music in my band, and she said,
No.
And this was strictly for professional reasons, as it wasn't a flirtation or anything.
not yet. Music came first with us. But then the next year, when we did have a class together, I played a song on classical guitar, and that impressed her, and she wrote me a 7.5-page letter explaining how she now wanted to play music with me, and I did not say no.
Thank goodness.
Right?
We wouldn't be here in Ohio telling this story 20 years later.
Right?
That's right.
So how were you when you first met? What year did you say?
Senior year of
Senior
high
year.
school, 17, 18. Yeah.
And in North Carolina, where was the high school?
It was in a small town called Creedmoor, which is north of Raleigh.
Okay, and that's where everybody grew up and...
Just Tommy and I grew
Yeah.
up there, and we've had a lot of band members over the years, but this is, it's awesome now to have a fellow North Carolinian on guitar who grew up 30 minutes down the road from us in Raleigh. And
We never even knew it.
No, and you lived all over Idaho, New York, and whatnot, and then came back to North Carolina. And Ben here on guitar has been playing with us since 2022.
Okay, and the bass player over here?
She's brand new with us. Well, technically, she played a show with us, I think, back in 2018, filling in for our longtime bassist at the time. She had to go to a wedding. And that kind of version of the band dissolved because of COVID. And we still get together with those folks. That's a really nice thing that we can. But, it was just like we were all not sure what we were going to do. And that guitarist had a little girl. And so Katie, our former bassist, is with a band called Sister Sadie now. And we, like I say, we still play with them. But when I was thinking we need to branch out and find some other bassists, I remembered that we played with her in 2018, and she had impressed us a lot then.
Nice.
So anyway, this is Corey Caswell on the upright bass. Hey.
Well, so speaking of COVID, tell us about the variety show that you did
Oh my gosh.
during that time.
Yeah, it was born out of panic, right? So all of our shows had gotten canceled. And we're like,
pandemic.
that was our full-time job, And so we started doing this variety show, and it was a real challenge because we couldn't all get together to work up songs and play music. So we quickly developed a way to record covers and things each individually from our homes, and we'd put it all together. And usually they were requests from fans. And then we would kind of each play a song by ourselves, and just kind of pass it around. And we'd have guests on. A lot of our musical friends came on as guests. And it had so many technical difficulties, and it was just such a work in progress. But, there was a lot of things we were really proud of. And some of those covers we ended up releasing for a charitable cause. And so it was called Covers for a Cause. And so still, if you stream those songs to this day, it's going to an organization called Souls for Souls.
Nice.
They give shoes to people who need them, which we thought kind of tied in with the whole barefoot vibe,
Yeah,
if you're going to
that's
take
great.
your shoes off, maybe give them to someone who needs them. So
And you shoes tonight?
Yeah,
Is it
well,
typical
maybe
to-
it depends, It depends on the venue. It depends on if there's like chicken wire in front of the stage or not,
Safety first.
But I will surely say this tonight, but we like to say it's more of a state of mind than a state of undress.
That vibe.
Yeah.
All right, it's the Barefoot Movement live from Studio A. Tonight's the show at Natalie's. We'll have another pair of tickets to give away. And again, doors are at 7:30 and showtime is at 8:30. And what's this next one you're going to do?
So this is another song from our new record. It's about giving yourself some space when you need to realign, and thus it is called Realign.
1, 2, 3.
Gonna unpack my suitcase and hide it under the bed. Gonna unload these feelings, filling me with dread. Gonna turn off my telephone, I don't want any calls. Gonna make big plans to do nothing at all. I'm gonna catch my breath before I start talking. Look ahead before I start walking. Empty my mind so I can think clearly. This is my time to realign, realign, realign. Gonna cook in my kitchen with my own hands. Gonna wash all these dishes, yeah, as soon as I can. Gonna hold you close as we've ever been. Gonna sleep till I'm ready to get up again. I'm gonna catch my breath before I start talking. Look ahead before I start walking. Empty my mind so I can think clearly. This is my time to realign, realign, realign. Gonna get on my knees and say a little prayer. Gonna give my thanks for the love that we've shared. Gonna pack up my suitcase, the hour is near. Gonna count the minutes till I get back here. Gonna catch my breath before I start talking. Look ahead before I start walking. Empty my mind so I can think clearly. This is my time to realign, realign, realign.
It's the Barefoot Movement live from Studio A with Realign, Catch My Breath. And it's also on their 2024 studio album, Let It Out. And tonight's a show at Natalie's. And we have another pair of tickets to give away at 614 821-9223, and came out in 2024. Who'd you work with on this one? I know you worked with kind of a big producer on the album before. We'll get to that, but tell us about this latest one.
We self-produced this one, and that was actually a really nice experience. We were able, since, the band that we were before and we had been for so long had the same guitarist and the same bassist, we were actually able to now kind of go back to the roots of how it began, which was me and Tommy sort of steering the ship and getting to invite other people to come on board. And so, Ben helped a lot with song arrangements. We had multiple guitar players on the record. We even our old guitarist and old bassist, we had drummers come on, a couple different drummers. And so we just let ourselves feel free to not worry about what it was going to be like to recreate these songs on stage. We just wanted to give the recordings as much life and do the songs as much justice as we could without worrying about that. But then also to allow ourselves to invite, some folks on. We even got a wonderful banjo player. He's a pretty famous guy in the banjo world named Jens Kruger. He played on So Far Down, and just got to do some things we'd always wanted to do, but just maybe never felt like we really could.
Gotcha. And then, so tell us how you the man behind Born in the USA, Springsteen's album, and Dylan's Shot of Love, working with him on the 2020 album, Rise and Fly. Give us that story, if you would.
Sure, Rise and Fly and Pressing Onward, because we ended up recording like 20 songs or something with them, and then we just kind of broke up the releases. So we were playing a festival in good old Wisconsin, and it's one of our favorite festivals, and it's called Larry Fest. And this guy comes up to us, and this is like right in the time when I was like obsessed with the Eagles, and so they had just come out with that documentary about the Eagles, and it was like a 2-part thing. It was crazy. And this guy worked with the Eagles. His name was Hank, and he is the one who kind of brought Chuck in. So Hank was an engineer and had done some producing, but he had always wanted to work with Chuck too, and was very good friends with Chuck's son. So Chuck Plotkin, he produced Born in the USA, and he's actually being played by Mark Maron in this new movie that's coming out about Springsteen, so that'll be fun to check out. But he was a dear friend. We haven't heard from him in a while, but the time that we spent working with him was really wonderful, and there's so many little nuggets of musical things that we really learned and kept with us and have influenced our process in the future.
Yeah, I'm sure you learned a lot, great experience, and came out of retirement to help you out with that.
That was really special.
It's the Barefoot Movement live from Studio A, and this album, the latest, came out in April of 2024. Anything in the works, or are you just riding the wave for a while still? I mean, it's still pretty fresh.
We rode the wave partly because a month after the record came out, I had a baby. Tommy and I had our first little girl. She's running around the studio here somewhere. And so I kind of just didn't feel like the need to just jump back into things. We put so much into Let It Out that I just kind of wanted to let it happen naturally. And just now we're starting to really think. I'm toying with 2 different ideas of 2 different albums that I want to make eventually. I just don't know which one I'm gonna dive into. So, gotcha. But I have some songs written, and we'll just see in the next few months here which direction I go.
Yeah, but you're just getting out with this new one. It's pretty new to you because you had that pause. Those kids. I tell you, those kids. It's the Barefoot Movement. Thank you all for being here today, and love your sound, and congratulations on this latest. And we'll have one last pair of tickets to give away for the show tonight. 7:30 doors, 8:30 showtime, nataliesgrandview.com. And, tell us about covering Fear the Reaper.
Oh, yeah. So that was one of those cover songs that we recorded. I'd always wanted to do that song. And so it's 2020 in a way gave us an opportunity to do a lot of songs I'd always wanted to do. And we haven't played it ever live. We're going to try to do it. We're going to attempt to do it tonight. But it ended up being one of our most requested
Or
cover.
Don't Feel the
Covers.
Reaper, I should say.
And
Yeah, we played it on Halloween, and it was
Oh,
just,
cool.
yeah, it's great. It doesn't just have to be played on Halloween. It was just, that's when I did it. But, and then some holiday tunes, too, out there.
True, we have a whole holiday album, and then I have one original holiday song we put out as a single in 2020, and we might throw that one in the mix tonight. I know it's a little early, but it's not like a only at Christmas song, I don't feel like. Yeah.
Getting in the groove of
That's right.
the holiday
I mean,
season.
just go to Walmart or Target. You can't help but be in the thick of it anyway.
All right. It's the Barefoot Movement, and what are you going to take us out with?
There's a song called Sarah Jane. If you want to hear the whole story behind it, I say come to the show because it's a good one. But I will say it's about my great-grandmother who passed away when I was 26. And she was a really awesome lady, and she made the best biscuits in the state of North Carolina.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4.